Sair da escola já com uma formação profissional no currículo? Parece bom demais pra ser verdade, né? Pois é. No ensino técnico do Senac, isso é possível. É ensino médio junto com formação técnica, que acontece durante os 3 anos. Lá, eles usam metodologia para projetos, desenvolvendo competências como resolução de problemas, pensamento crítico e colaboração, além de valores éticos e sustentáveis. Quer saber? Senac. Acesse sp.senac.br/ensino médio e saiba mais.
This is Sid and Friends in the Morning. 77 WABC.
Don't ask me what you know is true. Don't have to tell you I love your precious heart. I was standing, you were there. Two worlds collided, and they could never tear us apart.
So according to Mike Sullivan, my dear friend Mike Sullivan, Mr. Brennan and Carr in Brooklyn, the brother of many other great Sullivans, 6 of them, but certainly Russ and Thomas and Brian and Danny. So according to Mike, who happens to be extremely close with little Stevie Van Zandt, the brilliant guitar player of Bruce Springsteen's E Street Band, and of course Silvio Dante from The Sopranos. According to Mike, even though I say terrible things the last couple of months about Bruce because he sucked up to Kamala Harris, and to me, you should go to prison for that. Even though I said terrible things about Bruce, he says that little Stevie is okay with me, and I should text little Stevie happy birthday.
Well, yeah, contrary to what the word little means, he's a big.
But wait, again, this is not from Stephen. Yeah. This is from Mike Sullivan.
Right, but I would imagine that Stephen is a grown-up. He's a grown-up.
So you believe Mike Sullivan?
I do.
You're an idiot.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
There's no way Mike Sullivan is telling the truth.
All right.
There's no way.
There's no way.
No way.
Why would he do that?
He's just telling you a bold-faced lie.
Well, he means well. Right. Mike's the nicest person God ever created, but...
So why would he lie to you?
He can't help it. There's no way he spoke to Steve about me. There's no way. Steve, are you okay with Sid? That never happened.
Okay.
And if it did happen, I want a text from Steven.
Well, maybe he's just asking you, maybe you want to feel like reaching out to Steven and asking him, hey...
I don't feel like reaching out to anybody.
Oh, then you're not going to hear from Steven.
Well, I need to hear from Steven to make sure he doesn't hate my guts.
Then you're going to have to ask him if he hates your guts.
I refuse to do that.
Just to say happy birthday?
Yeah, this is a lot for a happy birthday. I know.
All you have to do is text him, hey, Steve-O.
Happy birthday.
Now, let me get to my guest. That's enough.
And then if he gets back to you, then you know he's okay with you. If he doesn't, then you know you'll never talk to him.
Let me think about it.
Okay.
Before the show is over, I'll make up my mind. Okay.
All right.
It's a very big deal.
All right, I'm going to put a countdown clock. I can't wait.
Ariella Noveck is with Shield Communications. She's the co-founder. She's really the founder. Shield Giving. Mm-hmm. You and I spoke for the first time a couple of days ago. Mm-hmm. So tell me exactly what your business does, the group does, and ultimately what is your goal?
Sure. Hi. Thank you for having me on. Happy Friday, as they say.
Happy Friday to you. Good Shabbos.
Good Shabbos. Yeah, I like that. Yeah. So what do we do? So Shield Communications was first founded as a way to communicate with others what is going on in the world, meaning between the world of journalism and the world of Judaism. Both share the word J. The first share the letter J. However, that's about it. So I was there to kind of mend the gap and became this bird between the world of journalists and the world of Judaism, saying, hey, did you hear this is what's going on today? No, I didn't know this was of relevancy. Let's see how we can mend the gap. So
this is your attempt to combat what my friend says, fake news.
Amen.
So now, you and I spoke. Mm-hmm. You work with ABC. Mm-hmm. ABC is as guilty as anybody of fake news. From David Muir, and I like Rachel Scott, she's a friend of mine, but from David Muir to George Stephanopoulos, he may be the worst, to even Strahan and what's the other lady the African-American lady. She's on Good Morning America, cancer survivor. Nice lady, but really,
Yeah.
she was crying when Yossi Smollett was in studio. What the hell is her name again? Famous. She's very famous. The black lady on Good Morning America.
I know. I can't think.
Jesus.
Robin.
Anyway,
Robin
thank you,
Roberts.
Robin. They are as guilty as anybody of lying. Just not stretching, lying. So you came from that school, so you saw it firsthand.
I did. Something that I learned right away was that people use and recycle news. So what does that mean? They see a wire. Now these wires, these are flashes of news that producers get right away. And hey, they're supposed to be right, but they're wrong. Why are those wrong? And that's what people rely on. And
why do you think they're wrong?
I've tried to analyze this, but I don't think I'm as good as AI. I think there's good reason for why it's wrong, and it's not an accident.
Correct.
It's the easiest way to spread misinformation to those who don't know.
And it's the easiest way to show everybody your anti-Semitism. When these news agencies take stories and they're wrong, they're just wrong, you can come to the realization that they're being anti-Semites without really digging much more into it. And you say, wait a second, that's a big stretch. Maybe they just got it wrong. Well, no, because unfortunately in today's day and age, whether it's the news media, politicians, universities, it's everywhere. I know you know that.
Everywhere. And I'll tell you, somebody reached out to me about an article that said something incorrect at ABC. It quoted this news wire. So I called ABC News and I said to my friend there, hey, just wanted to draw this to your attention. He's like, wow, thanks so much. You're right. This wire is wrong. What should it say? So if only we had more open-minded people like that.
Well, did you rewrite that wire?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you did?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so how do you do this? We know the problem exists.
Mm-hmm.
It's even bigger than you're making it out to be. Mm-hmm. It's huge. Mm-hmm. And what you're doing is heroic. That's the word we like today. We like that word. But from a practical standpoint, how do you make this happen?
Sure. So it's a lot of reading, a lot of digesting, a lot of not speaking from the eye. It's speaking from here's fact. I will never speak and say, hey, yeah, that's correct. I have no idea. I don't know everything. So it's about knowing your sources and knowing what's correct and being able to contact that right person to say, hey, what's this? And most importantly, not saying in a way that you did this on purpose. It's giving room for that error.
You see, you're better than I am. I couldn't do that. I'd be like, listen to me, prick face. You did this on purpose, and you better find a way to fix it before I embarrass you in front of this huge audience I've got here in New York City. So you've got to hire a bunch of people to, take a look at these stories to make sure they're accurate. And when they're not, they got to be the ones to say, hey, fix it. That seems like a lot of bodies.
Oh, yeah. Imagine if there's more than just me and a few others that are doing this. You see, it's not that I'm the only one. No, and many people pat me on the back. They say, great job. But you know what? You can do this too.
Who, me?
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to do it. I'm busy enough. Thank you very much.
You can just yell at someone. Hopefully they'll fix it.
No, I mean, I do it every day.
You do.
I just go out and yell at them on the radio and call them all kinds of names. But I think I've exposed
We're basically
next
the
to
same
Trump.
people.
What's that?
We're basically the same people.
You are exactly right.
Yeah.
You're doing it print. I'm doing it on radio. Yeah. And it's part of my passion. I think Donald Trump started this. He exposed the media, not just about anti-Semitism, but he exposed the media on so many levels. And that's why they hate him. Because for years and years, whether it was Brokaw, Jennings, and Rather, or now Muir, and O'Donnell, and Holt, and all your local newscasts, they did what they wanted to do. And nobody said, that's fake, that's not real. Here comes Trump, right? And he blew the whole thing up. I think that's unbelievable. In fact, when I rate all the great things Trump's done, that's right there at the top of the list.
You know who needs to have their credentials for the White House removed?
Who's that?
Al Jazeera.
They have not been removed yet?
Not to my knowledge.
Aren't they a terrorist organization?
Oh, yeah. And they were moved out of Israel and several other places around the world.
Right.
Not just in Israel. We need to make sure they don't have credentials going forward.
Right.
There.
Biden and Harris are not going to do that. They love the terrorists.
Well, I think change is coming.
You do? Okay.
I do believe that.
So do I.
My full heart, yes.
So so again, you have the ABC background. Mm-hmm. You started this group. Yes. And we talked about all the places we're seeing some of this misinformation and so rapid anti-Semitism. And I know one of the spots that you're very passionate about, which I am too, I was at Columbia. I actually held a press conference at Columbia Pesach morning.
Oh.
Me and Anthony it was Anthony D'Esposito, Mike Lawler, Mike Rappaport, Bruce Blakeman. I held it. The mayor went to Rome, just so you know. But I stood out there in front of Columbia and held down this press conference. So I care about this. And it's everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
So tell me about your thoughts thoughts on the college campuses?
Sure. Well, firstly, we've been working with college students throughout this entire last year and a half. I have a background in working with students from 2016, 17, 18, and 19. And
Where did you go to college?
I went to actually Yeshiva University.
Oh, you did?
I did.
Very
I
cool.
did.
Very
I did not have any anti-Semitism there, in case you wanted to know.
Yeah, right.
I also didn't have media training. So I learned how to do media training. And with that, I taught a class how to combat anti-Semitism for public school and private school students. I think I learned more from them that they learned from me, but that's okay. And it gave me this platform to say, hey, this is what you need to do. There's no black and white in this section, but let's work together to find an area how you can use your voice in the right way. And that won't affect your grades, that won't affect your safety, that won't affect your security, and push forward and use your voice. Because we know politics, social media, and media are all connected.
When you saw what was going on at Columbia, which happened again last night, did you know that?
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
It's a
because
busy
it's
place.
not being reported. It's not being reported.
Then let's get on that.
Let's get on it. There
Yeah.
was another incident. These pro-Hamas, I don't call them pro-Palestinians. These idiots in the street couldn't pick out a Palestinian out of a lineup. They're pro-Hamas. They're pro-rape. They're pro-torture. They're pro-murder. That's what these lowlives are that are all over our campuses, including Columbia. They did it again last night, didn't they?
They did, and they're not going to stop until we make change. And I see, as I said, change is coming. I can tell you back around the time you held your press conference, we were working with a student who was going on Fox News, and we're like, what should you say? So I said, I have a good one for you. My dad actually called me, and he goes, Ariella, no one's discussing these tents on the campus. I said, you're right. I went out. I took a picture of Columbia campus. I sent the photo to every network. I took a picture of this and I wrote, it is time for us to discuss this. And she said to me, okay, so what should we say? I said, we're going to discuss how they're all green. They're all the same. They're all the same North Face brand. How do you like that? Those are not free. So with that, we wrote poison ivy. It went everywhere. And she said, the anchor asked her a question on something. And she said, that's a great question. But what I want to know is exactly this topic. And from that came everything on Columbia campus.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yes, they had the same
Shout out
exact.
to Yola.
Yes, George Soros, one of those people, obviously paid for that. I don't know exactly who it was. It could have been Student Jewish for Palestine. Could have been George Soros. Could have been a combination of both. I don't know. But clearly, that was not a bunch of kids who went to
No,
Home
they had their
Depot.
own communications section there.
Right. So, besides the college campuses, which
Yeah.
is a bad deal,
Yeah.
what else are you guys working on these days?
Sure. So every time I'm talking and engaging with different producers, journalists, etc., my first question, one of them, is always, have you been to Israel before? No. I thought about it. Did you know I need to get training, wartime training to go? And I said, maybe that's, a network thing. But look, Ariella, it costs $15,000. It's like, that's not a thing for regular people. It's not? No. So anyone can go? Yes. Oh, there's no interview? No. What kind? When do you go to the Bahamas? Do they ask you these kind of questions?
There is an interview at the airport.
Oh, yeah. Yes, that's true.
Last time, Justin, they
That's
had
true.
me for 30 minutes, and they had Justin for 40. You would have thought Justin was the son of Hamas.
Yeah, but that's only because I had a rookie. We had a rookie. That was why.
I know, but why were you there for so long?
Because she wanted to make sure she was doing a good job.
Give me some of the questions she asked.
Did you pack your own bag?
Yeah, do you pack your own bag? And then when you're coming back into the United States,
Justin, you were there for 40 minutes.
I know. Well,
what else did she ask besides your bags?
Well, if I'm going to be honest, she was flirting with me a
Your
little
favorite holiday?
She was not flirting with you.
Do you have any family? Or what are you coming for? What is it that you're doing for work there?
Right.
How-
The same thing to me. They took my
Yeah.
passport. They showed it to 10 different people.
Right.
I'm like, they either want an autograph or they're putting me in jail. I don't know what I did, but that's how serious the security is. But you're right. I say this all the time. I said it 10 times the last couple of days. I had Mike Huckabee on earlier today, which is a big deal. And he's the new ambassador to Israel. I said, all the people that are pine about Israel, but don't go. Staten Island, they're in Brooklyn. They think they know about Israel. They think they know about the dynamic between the Israelis and the Arabs. They have no idea. Yes, folks, I'm saying it. If you have not gone, you're ignorant. You don't know.
Oh, yeah.
I don't care what the news says. I don't care what books you read. I don't care how historical you think you are. If you don't go to Israel, you can never really have that legitimate conversation. You agree?
Oh, totally. And just to touch on what you were talking about, the interview, walking in there, I actually just recently took my first delegation of journalists to Israel over the week of October 7th. I learned so much from them, and this time I do think we learned from one another. And on my way out, actually, one of the journalists who came with us, He's like, I have to get there very early. Last time they kept me for like an hour. I said, who kept you where? In a closet? Like where were you kept? And so we went in, we said, we're going to race each other. And guess what? I was in and out within 2 minutes and he was there for a good hour.
That's funny. All right. So listen, we're running out of time here.
Oh, yes.
But I do want people to be able to help you out because part of your business is going to be raising money so you can hire the people, get together the resources to make sure you can keep these people in check. You're doing a very, very important thing, mind you. That's why I brought you in here. So for folks who want to help you out, Ariella, how do they do that?
So firstly, we can go to shieldscommunicationspr.com and you can check us out and donate there. And if you want more or you want to understand more how to, do more and make a difference, always reach out to me. First and last name at Gmail, Ariella Noveck. But it's so important that you see Israel for yourself and I want to leave you with this tidbit. Did you know that the head of Bank Leumi, the biggest bank in Israel, is run by an Arab?
That's true. I did know that.
Yeah.
Yes, I did know that.
Yeah. Fun fact.
You found one good one. I'm actually going back for Israeli Independence Day in April. It'll be my third trip in about 10 months. So.
I'm going back over Hanukkah.
Oh, that's nice.
Yes,
that's nice.
And I want to go then too. So you never know.
You'll come in April. When, we're going to make this big trip. We're going to take
who's
Huckabee,
coming with us?
Mike Huckabee.
Oh,
he'll be there.
Great.
And who knows who else? Maybe Liv Schreiber, the actor. I saw him last night.
That's a great idea.
So
I like
who knows?
that. Okay.
But you'll be there. That's all
I'll
that
be
matters.
there. Yes.
Okay. Good job. Thank you for the challah.
Thank you.
Quickly,
my pleasure.
Tell me about the challah.
Oh, sure. So my friend is having a baby, and she's a very spiritual, wonderful person. And I walk into the room. I was expecting a casual interaction, and there's this lady there that's preaching and teaching lovely things about making challah. You put the yeast in the bowl, and then she just stood there lecturing us for about 40 minutes. And I'm like, there are definitely more ingredients in here. I got a call. I had to step out. I came back in. She came up to me and she goes, why is yours not done?
That's so
And I'm
funny.
like, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I'll get right on this.
Yeah.
So I quickly started punching the challah dough. It didn't come out at all good. And she turned around, so I quickly grabbed a new bowl and started again. So hopefully this batch is better, but enjoy.
What is her name, this lady?
Oh, actually, I don't know, but my good friend is Natalie Shulman. She's having a baby soon, very soon.
Oh, mazel tov to Natalie Shulman. And it looks delicious, so thank you so much.
It smells good.
It smells good,
Yeah.
Ariella
Shabbat
Noveck,
shalom.
folks. Shabbat shalom to you.